seated.
So I guess Black History Month is still alive and well, huh? You can't kill it. Which is really good. And the history, you see, that is covered today. Of course, it's interesting. You can see black people created this and created that and so forth, and all that's good. But the real history that should make you proud to have and justifies having a Black History Month is the history of what got you here this far. Got you across the Atlantic, survived the slave trade at its height, so forth and so on. Really had very little to do with your skin color. It was with a kind of spiritual intuition of our real function, which is love. That's what set in motion the Great Migration, as they refer to it, right? That whole journey from Jim Crow and all of this kind of thing, right?
Yes,
Was triggered by love,
yes.
you see. Some of you might remember, well, y'all kind of young, you might remember, I don't know. But I know Bilal and I remember Paul telling us all of the stories about his experiences, etc., having been born in 1924 and so forth, and having gotten married, started his little family, you see. All of that took place during that same era. That historically is being referred to as the Black Migration. So our oldest brother, we call him Big Daddy, he likes that, you see. And Bilal, you see, born in the South. And as Paul tells the story, and I never know whether Paul be telling us exactly what happened. He might have really done, but certainly the dates line up, you see? And decided, you see, he didn't want to raise his kids in that mess. So he packed his little suitcases and so forth and so on, and he came north to Chicago. Something very interesting about Chicago that you might not have noticed, are you with me? A lot of the Eastern teaching, particularly those associated with Dwaita Vedanta, you see, came through Chicago in the form of Swami Vivekananda. Many of you who know that history know that he was considered black and had a hard time finding a room and so forth and so on. But he bought that Dharma, you see, here. And it's spread. So there's a real history with, there's something about this Chicago chakra. And the migration was to Chicago. There were a few other places too. But those Africans, you see, at that time, black people, You know, there's a distinction between Africans and black people, right?
Oh my God.
But anyway, they came to Chicago,
Yes.
right? Because probably like Paul said in his story that he used to tell all the time, is that those men, they did not want to raise their family down there. You see, where their wives could not be a woman. You see, their sons, they cannot be a man, et cetera, et cetera. They didn't want that no more. So those black men rose, you see, and did what they had to do. Of course, there's always a strong woman supporting a husband. That's what a wife does, you see. Supports them. And they came north to the Holy Land here. We still have some of the Holy Land is still existing. You're in the Holy Land, that's our west side, right? Right there. You see, this is a remnant of the Holy City. But in any case, and once he got here, like many of our forefathers and mothers did, they brought their families with them. I remember Paul said he brought his mama, his daddy, his sister, his brother. We saw all of that, right? True. You see, liberated them. You see, got them out of that mess. Are you with me? And took care of them. What my mama's sister, you see, and so forth, helped them too. They lived with us at a point. All on one salary. One salary. That's what love can do. It can multiply things, move things, expand things. So like a sponder. Are you with me so far? So keep that in mind, you see. And it was because of that love between black men and black women, you see, that has always gotten us further down the road. Are you with me? And what's really interesting, and I'm not going to go on, but I thought it's Black History Month. Y'all won't be offended. But it was love that liberated us. You see? Love. You see? And what we are seeing today is a kind of, statistically at least speaking, collapse of that kind of love that brought black people together. Probably during the migration and so forth and so on, our marriage rates was probably somewhere in the high 60s, maybe 65, maybe even 70. You know what it is today? 37%. You're trying to make a wife out of a girlfriend. How you gonna do that shit? You're trying to make a boyfriend function as a husband. How you gonna do that shit? You see? And as that married rate drops further and further, you see, you might wind up back on that plantation.
Yes, sir.
This is Kali Yuga. So I thought today, maybe we can talk about love, our greatest achievement. You see, beats the hell out of the stoplights and the gin mills. You see, once upon a time, we knew how to love one another.
Yes, sir.
And if you can't love one, just one, come on, who you kidding here? You can't love all black people. You got to, you see, try to love one. And come out of your illusion and delusion. Y'all feeling it?
Yes, sir.
I think Jesus said it best. The instruction was love ye one another. That's the key to unity. Don't you think?
Yes, sir.
So we got to listen to a little bit of soul music today.
All right.
At least we never stopped singing about love. Now we just got to start practicing it. But boy, did we sing about love. Good stuff. Dance to it in the whole 10 yards, you see? So let's enjoy a gift of song about love. And you rascals who are students of Rumi and Hafez and so forth and so on, you see, who can feel that spirit of love when you read some exquisite poetry. Are you with me? Yeah. Let's see if we can open up a little bit of that and pour a drink here. So, Rajavira, let's get in that love space here. All right.
Desire me with every breath you breathe. Just desire me. Let every thought you think, let it be of me, oh baby. 'Cause I always want to be the one who satisfies you. Don't you know I idolize you? And when you're down and out, I'm the one you can rely on. Oh, let me be, let me be, let me be. Desire me. Let every step you take be a step toward me. Please desire me. Let your eyes be filled with joy every time you see me, 'cause I always want to be the one who holds you. Let these arms of mine enfold you. Give yourself to me only. Put your troubles on my shoulders. Oh, let me be, let me be, let me be. Desire me, desire me, desire me share your ecstasy, passion and pain. Desire me. 'Cause I love you, I need you, and I want you, need to squeeze you. Yes I do, yes I do. I'm the one who love you, and I love you. Can't you see? I love you, I'm the one I love you, and I love you. Yes I do, yes I do. I love you with all of my heart and soul. I love you, yes I do, yes I do. I love you. Take a look, take a look. I love you. I love you. I love you, love you. Yes I do, yes I do. I love you, yes I do, yes I do. I love you. All of my heart and soul. I love you, yes I do, yes I do. I love you. Come on, I love you. I love you. You must, you must, you got to desire me, desire me, desire. Wanna be with me, rely on me, rely on me. Honey, honey, trust in me, trust in me. Sugar, 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 sugar. turn my gray sky. You have that's all you for me. Hey, hey, hey. You're the one who holds the key, all the secrets inside of me. You found my silly side. You found the one that tried to hide. You took the chance and created our romance. You gave me eyes to see. With you is where I wanna be, girl. Can make my dreams come true. You turn my gray sky blue. You have helped me see there's only you for me.
Boy, I know y'all wanted to start stepping. That's what we did with the bop that our forefathers, my mom and dad, you see. We turned the bop into stepping. We did that in Holy City here.
Yes, sir.
True?
Good, that's
That's Holy City music. It makes you want to move. Yeah, like that. So, this sadhana of love, the sadhana of marriage, it's a sadhana. It's a spiritual practice. Very often, particularly in the West, and unfortunately in our own community, reduced it, you see, to something that is, you know, you can skip. You know, you can skip marriage. I think we talked about that in the past, right? You can be a recluse, you can be a sadhu, okay? Right? Or you can be a household. There is no other options here. The spiritual ability to be a thinker, you see, your love, if it's has reached a level of profound intensity, okay, then you can be a bodhisattva. Your male, your wife is the rest of humanity. Your female, your husband is the rest of humanity. You can love all sentient beings like you can love your husband or your wife. Very few. You can count them on one hand. For the rest of us, the sages, especially in ancient Kemet, you see, if you approach the great temples where profound knowledge was being disseminated, seeking a mission. You have to first demonstrate that you had the capacity to love somebody. Or something. I mean, you got a pet, do you love your pet? You got a husband, you got kids, blah, 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 blah. You got to love, you got to demonstrate. And for those who could not do that. They said, well, go get straight. Get straight. And there was something that they did indiscriminately. They don't care. Could be, Tom from around the corner somewhere. It could be Pythagoras, made him wait 22 years. Go get straight. Can't give you this knowledge. You have no capacity to love. You see? That's how it is. So, it's a side of knowledge, you see? And I think somewhere deep down in our DNA level, there's something still there, you see, that impulses you see, to go seek him. Are you with me? For some man to love, or some woman to love, you see. It's there, deep down inside, but it has not been nurtured. It's not intense anymore, right? You see. But if you stand back and examine human behavior, not just with black people incidentally, but human behavior period, it is that search to be loved, and the search and need to love. It was very interesting. A psychotherapist, some of you are therapists, you're familiar with them. His clients, they came to him, the majority of them were suffering from mental illnesses and emotional disorders that were the result of their refusal to love. People who refuse to love are putting their sanity at risk. You see, because you won't love, nor let nobody love you either. That sounds like a good title for a song. Reminds me of old Swami Luther, Swami Luther used to sing about that. But you all getting the point. Right? You're getting the point. So I'm just loosey-goosey today. So you rascals can move me in any direction that you like. You see, anything you like to discuss, you're most welcome. I can go on like this to midnight, easily. But you must love one another, otherwise we'll never get united again. You see, you got to do what Asar and Aset did. That's the message of that metamorphosis of Osiris and Isis. That's love. That's real love. That's the key. That's divine love. You see, that's the highest level of love. Sex is just nothing in comparison to that divine kind of love. You see, and this ability to love until death do us part. You see, that's minimally required. Must have that much character, that much virtue. You follow me? How can you become a spiritual person? You have no character and virtue. You cannot be governed by a vow. You're governed by what you like to do and what you don't like to do. It's all selfish. Just selfishness, you see. Masquerading as a lover. No. Not at all. You're playing at it. Are you with me?
Yes.
It is a discipline. You see, real marriage, which is the highest kind of relationship available to you, that's discipline. You see, that takes character, it takes virtue, it takes the ability to be governed by a principle. higher than your likes and your dislikes, which are just two forms in which your selfishness expresses itself. Are y'all following me?
Yes, sir.
You know, you can stop this, because we got a lot more music back there, right? But, see, it takes that. Mhm. I know that, you know, I've watched that a little bit, you see. My daddy was a very weird kind of guy, right? You see, he didn't have much education, you see. As many of our forefathers and mothers who came here to the Holy Land, that is Chicago, you see. But there was some kind of wisdom there, you see. A principle, you see. Right? And, you see, I watched him do 61 years of marriage. True? But he went so far, right, that even when death came, he would not give up his love for my mother. Used to put on his best dress and go see her. Dress up to go see his wife until she died. Every day, all day, every day. That's vow. That's real stuff. That's not romanticism. That's real stuff. And even after she died, you know, there was many years he had to live without his beloved, you see. But even in the nursing home where he went ultimately, you see, everybody make a stop at a nursing home, then next year. So y'all on y'all way, right? First a nursing home somewhere, old folk home where you going through the dying thing, and ain't nobody everybody got to take care of you then. You can't take care of yourself no more. Okay, so you got to make your stop, right? In hospice or whatever, right? Yeah. Then your next step is here. But even during that interval between going through old age, right? You live to be 100, so you know at a point you can't do nothing, right? And so forth. But I remember one day I went to see him and he was in there singing. This man is either crazy or maybe I hit a jackpot. I don't know. Right? But you all understand what I'm saying. Yeah. We're being facetious, you know, but at the same time, you know, there's a lot of serious things to reflect on based on these observations that I'm sharing with you. Right? You have to be able to be governed by vow. Principle. And you won't be able to be governed by vow if you have no character, if you have no virtue. That's and you can't get that reading a book. Not possible. That's just head shit. You can't do it. You can intellectually understand it, but you can't do it. So what good is your intellectual understanding? Because you can't do what you intellectually understand you should do. Pointless. Are you with me? You're deluding yourself, right? That ability, that level of readiness, a tinkering, capacity, competence to be able to do that, you only get that going through that fire that is marriage. Or you can go to the Himalayas, same thing you can get there. Are you with me? Yes. So you have a choice, right? But you must be clear about it. You see, you can try to practice spirituality within the context of the sadhana of marriage, or practice it within the context of asceticism. You choose. right? No, but it'll be pretty hard sitting up there on that rock with just a little dhoti on in the cold, right? You may not find that the right thing to do. Look how big these boys have got. I love it. I love it. That's right. Wow. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. So today, if you like, we'll talk about anything you like. You see? Anything you like. Yes, brother.
Rashid.
Brother.
On the topic of love, and looking at some of the different components is a parent loving a child, being loved, and love is love, but can you give me some type of distinguish between the love for your child,
Yes.
the love for your wife, and the love for your parent?
Well, you know, historically and traditionally, you'll find it to be the case across all cultures, pretty much, you see. The highest form of this level of love that is demonstrated automatically by nature, you see? Because without love, nobody here survived, first and foremost, correct? If somebody didn't love you, right, you wouldn't even be here. Is that about true? Come on, you're not just patronizing because we're friends. Is it true or ain't it true, right? It's true, right? So your very existence and presence here is because you've been loved. Someone loved you. Who do you think was the one that loved you?
Your mother.
Yeah. A woman. You see? She was the first to love, right? She was endowed with the capacity to love at a much higher level than most of us men. In fact, a woman, when she has a baby, finds true love. You see? Not like this stuff this man is doing, shit. Right? True love, unconditional love. Are you with me? And that's one of the nature of reality, you see. And you'll find that capacity in every form of female energy. Chakti is what we call it, you see. And that Shakti, that female energy, has brought everything into being through its power of love. Everything. There is no species of animal or anything that came into being except through a female. That's why we call it Mother Nature. We don't call it Father Nature. It's Mother Nature. That's love. So that's the first one to get to see, right? So that impulse to love unconditionally, you see, is demonstrated between the relationship between a mother and her child. See, follow me? Now, she might have done something to destroy her ability to love a child. No doubt about it. Drugs will do that. You see, ignorance, blah, blah. There's a lot of things that can dysfunction you. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Right? But by nature has designed every woman to be able to love like that. Hmm? And it is an amazing thing. Hmm? But there's roles that you have to play, right? So, okay, good. So, love your child, but you're also supposed to love who else?
Yourself and your mate.
Yeah, yourself and your neighbor, but
Your mate.
there you go.
Yourself and your mate.
Good, you better have
You
said
came
that. Trying to help you, son. So, yes, of course, you see. You love, a woman has to love a husband. A husband has to love his wife. That creates the context, you see, that you must now parent your child. Your child is parented in a context of the relationship between the mother and the father, you see. True? And now it's not that men don't have the ability to love like that, you see. We mature a little slower than women in that respect, spiritually speaking. But it's not that we are without that capacity, you see. In fact, Ernest civilization, that was a woman. Women created that. In ancient time, particularly in Kemet, we call them civils. The civil, matriarchy came first. Patriarchy came second. Are you with me? But they both are required. Are you with me? You see. A man's love, this is, because a man got a certain beauty too. You know, we look horrible outside, okay? But what's inside of us, what we have the potential to reach, that is absolutely beautiful. We can sacrifice our life. We can sacrifice for the sake and welfare of the ones we love. Like that. Are you with me? We have that capacity. But it can be arrested in our male development. Are you with me? I don't know if any of this is making sense.
It sounds true.
Yes, beloved.
So does it go back to the God concept of man, woman, and child? Of being God,
You
which is the whole...
begin to see this, right. It goes back to Asar, Set, and Horus, or Heru, and Isis, and Osiris, you see. It's the same, you see. And you find it buried in a lot of religions, but they really don't understand what that is, you see. Deeply. It's been tampered with. Are you with me? Degenerated. And can do that. You see? It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But as I said before, unless you have done what is required of you, you see, and to be able to reach that level of your potential manhood, you can be a male, but you can't do that shit. Because your development in relationship to your potential levels, higher levels of manhood is arrested. You just can't do it. You can try, but you will fail. Because you don't have the foundation to do manhood at that level. Too selfish. Just too selfish. No ability to sacrifice your own well-being for the sake and the welfare and benefit of your beloved. Can't do it. Just can't do it. Want to do it, try to do it, but that's good. That's all right. Nothing wrong with it. You see, you didn't have the necessary character and virtue levels of development to do that kind of a thing. You had what in the Yoruba tradition we call iwapele. Iwapele means character. Right? And so it was said that in ancient times, when anyone, male or female for that matter, was known to not have a level of equality that was necessary for a harmonious relationship, they wouldn't even walk on the same side of the street with them. You see? They have no equality, no character. Right? So that's why you'll see, beloved, it has been said, even Pythagoras understood that. You see, he did a lot of teaching along that line. And the Pythagoreans, you see, first become human, fully developed. Then, and only then, will you have a chance of becoming spiritual. True? And in our time that we live, we have it backwards, right? We're fundamentally trying to be enlightened without character, without virtue, with no ability to be governed by a vow. That's why you're taking vows and meditation, such and such. I'm going to do this meditation. I mean, a whole lot of big talking. Are you with me? I know it's a good intention. Okay, leave it there, you see. But don't be elevating yourself to no level, no bhakti and all of this stuff. It's just sorry. You can't be governed by that. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
You abandon your meditation with the slightest little reason to do so. The bird barking out there, I gotta get up. You see how it was? It's like, you see, you're easily compromised by any of your ego desires in any given moment. So it's about that, you see? And so you have to engage in that process. Are you with me? Even in the Christian traditions, and not so much in the public arena, but mostly in the monasteries, and, you know, hidden Christianity, you see, that is practiced, you see. And most of those practitioners, male or female, you know, they're celibates. You see, they're not even in that household stage. They do something like the Satsang ascetic. And that's understood, you see, and they're there to cultivate. Right? You all remember, some of you guys remember, we used to go to the Carmelite and Dominicans and those traditions, Christian traditions. and one of the things you'd be just surprised to see was, if we getting up at 3 o'clock, the monks are down there too, you know. In Egypt, I think, you saw some of that, right? We down there, and those Muslims, those Sufis are there with you. So it's a very interesting thing. We could say so much about it, and we have tried to say much about it, you know. Thanks to Bilal and his sidekick here. I'm going to give most of the credit to Bilal. There's somewhat 500 videos of satsangs, workshops, so it's just a lot of stuff there. But yes, you see. And so you have duties, right? Right? So if you look at the developmental stages that most human beings are going to go through in the course of their lifetime, right? You'll have stage 1, 2, 3, etc. But you'll have like from maybe birth to 7, then from 7 to 14. It usually travels in cycles of 7, right? And at different points in those developmental stages, right, there are different functions of the mother and the male. Are you with me? So naturally, in that stage one of a human being's development, right, the female is there. That Shakti is there. Gotta be there. Are you with me? Damn baby will die if I had to wake up and make a formula. You see my point, man? She's in control. She teaches this how to survive. She protects all of that. You see? Chew the food up and put it in the baby's mouth. Ain't nobody gonna let you put nothing right? You see, Perry, it's all uncut, it's automatic. You see? Right? So they know how to comb their hair a little bit, you know what I mean, and so forth, and how to wash their face. We don't even care whether the kids wash their hands. So the mother, you get my point?
Yes, sir.
I'm being facetious, but you all get my point, right?
Yes, sir.
Then from 7 to about 14, see, because you got different bodies here. You got a gross physical body, right? You have a etheric body or astral body, subtle body, you see? Then you have a causal body. Are you with me? Somebody got to help you at each stage of that process. True? So a second stage is the emotional body now, right? So you're 7, 8 years old, right? And you're turning up and disrespecting your mother, right? Now that father, of course, got to come in here. You know, shut that shit down. You know, he gets fierce, quite frankly, right? Disciplines you now, emotionally. You know, if that's missing, because your mama ain't gonna beat your ass or shoot you. You're not gonna do that. You see, she's protecting you, so by definition, she can't hurt you. She do a lot of big talking, but she ain't gonna put you out of no house. Can't. Pop?
No problem.
No problem. So you gotta have that, right? For that second stage to get developed appropriately, right? Then you got 14 to 21. That's phase 1 of adolescence. You see? Then you got from 21 to 28, that's phase 2 of adolescence. And so by that time, you see your, mom and dad. I mean, you big as that. Look how big that boy is. He ain't scared of you no more, Chuck. Right? See, he got his peers, his homies. I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not going to try to reproduce all of it here. But there's a video somewhere you can go watch and see all of that. So now they're going to be individuating now. They have now formed a concept of who they feel they are, and that's what they're up to. You see? Right? If it's a girl, she got an image of herself, a concept of what she wants to be. Are you with me? And so in that stage 1 of adolescence, right? What they fundamentally up to, she trying to get her a man. The girl trying to get fine, get her hair done right. You know what I mean? But you want to get a man. Now what's interesting, the man is up to the same thing. He's trying to be a man, but he don't know shit about it. And he ain't gonna listen. Are you with me? He's trying to be a man, you know. Give me a car. Give me a little job at the grocery. He's trying to be a man, get that money. You see?
Yes,
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
You begin to see the attractions, the forces, male, female attractions. So it gets to be really, really profound with that. And so forth and so on. And then the stage is higher and higher, you know. You have to, go through all of that process too, right? So if you're trying to be spiritual and become enlightened, okay, you need a guru. So, you can't do that on your own. wrong, you don't know nothing about it. You with me? Right. Some who are arrested in their adolescence, second stage development, they try to be their own guru. How will you do that? It's like trying to be your own mother and father. How you gonna pull that shit off? Right? But you're adolescent, see? So you're trying to guru yourself. We call them mamukas. Their guru is their mind, their imagination. Are you? You get them, you get arrested. And so forth and so on, you see. And even when you reach different and higher stages of your development and blah, 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 you know, and so forth and so on, right? And even if you do find yourself a guru, you see. I mean, Ptahotep said this millennials ago, no man is born wise, therefore the need of a teacher. Nobody is born so wise that they don't need a teacher. You see, that's why your mother is your first guru. Because you didn't know how to wipe your ass. You were just sitting all down your leg. You know what I mean? Come on here, right? True?
Yes, sir.
Nobody is born wise, and therefore the need for a teacher. Okay? And a teacher that is right for you, because some teachers are not. You see, I didn't want to be Miss Wren's son. Miss Wren was violent. You see? So, but I mean, you have to find the right teacher for you. You see, and that becomes your search. But it's rooted in the understanding I need a teacher. See, you got to have that revelation. I need a teacher because I'm trying to be happy. And I've tried everything. I've tried drugs, I've tried money, I've tried this, I've tried that. Ain't none of that work. Well, sooner or later it'll dawn on you. You're not happy because you don't know how to be happy. Simple. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
There it goes. So some humility is required. But if you don't have a virtue that is like humility, no capacity to be humbled, you see, no ability to surrender, no ability to no longer elevate your opinions and what you think to that level of absolute truth, right? You can't be mentored. You think you know, but in fact you don't know. A sort of deluded state. You follow me? So it goes like that. In fact, you don't even know who you are. See, Swami Vivekananda in 1893, Parliament of World Religions here on the South Side, right? And of course the audience is Western, and he just said, man, God, if only you knew what you and who you really are. You see? Because you don't know who you really are. You see? Even in ancient Kemet, you see, they would tell us if you don't know yourself, fundamentally you're ignorant.
Yes, sir.
Fundamentally.
True.
And this absence of knowledge of yourself is the fundamental cause of all your suffering.
Yes, sir.
Because you don't know yourself, that's why you suffer.
Yes, sir.
You see? Your concept of yourself that I am this body, right? You're at the level of identification with your body, right? This thing, you see? If it's white, I'm white. If it's black, it's black. You're not even the body. Damn the color of it.
Yes, sir.
The color of it is not the point. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
You're not the body. You with me? Ancestor understood that. You see? And help you gain the knowledge of thyself. That's what's important. And until you have that, you need yourself. So it begins to get very, very, very deep. Right? Then you maybe switch your fundamental sense of self from being the body to your emotions. Well, you're not them either. So the question becomes, if you're not the body, you're not your emotions, you're not the thoughts that you're thinking, right? If you're not any of that, what are you then? You see? Because those things are constantly changing, in flux. Here today, gone tomorrow. What is aware of all of that? That's what I see. Thou art that. You see, thou art that. And that becomes the whole spiritual journey from what you are not to what you are. That does not change. You see, the context of the phenomena of human existence. It's a context, right? But it's none of the stuff that makes up the content. So you live in yourself thinking, and you're trying your best to make this live forever. This thing ain't gonna live forever. It's gonna grow old, it's gonna get sick, and it's gonna die. Accept that.
It's true.
You see? Just merely if you can't move up the hierarchy, if you can just accept the fact, this is out. This is going. Now accept it and go and live your life. You can't live because you're afraid of dying. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Too scared, you can't live. Are you with me? Accept the death, right? And go on with your life.
Yes.
The acceptance of your mortality is the first thing that you have to have in order to free up all that mental energy that consumes you, all of that self-talk going on in your head. You see, it consumes you. You see? One of the poets said, it's like a life of quiet desperation. T.S. Eliot, I think. Desperation. Then you identify with some of your emotions on that. You know what I mean? It's not you either. The saying is Sogai, as the ancestors call it. Sogai. This is deep knowledge. Deep knowledge. Buddha called it Gabera. For that reason, Buddha decided he wasn't even going to teach it first. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
True. I said, gee, it's correct, isn't it? Buddha wasn't going to teach nobody nothing. So the story goes that David pleaded with him, and blah, blah, blah. Buddha said, no deal, right? Because why? They won't even understand what I'm saying. And that will vex me, right? But they assured him there will be one, right? And he began to turn that wheel. But even as the tradition went down through history, I mean, some of those great realizers, they took only one disciple. True. Took a lot. And teach all of these guys for a long time, they would only teach one. You see? Just how it goes. But it's like that. So, and I can go on and on with that, but you know, even when they said Tatomasi, you see, Ahambramasi, you see, I and my father are one, blah, 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 blah. That, you can know that intellectually, right? But that's not the experience of being only consciousness itself. That's not the experience. It's your information. It's not your experience. Your identity is still with, sometimes not even your body, with your stuff. It's my stuff. know people like that. Don't touch my stuff. You touch my stuff, you're messing with my stuff. Don't even messing with my Oh, God. Don't mess with my stuff. You know what I mean? But some people, even an image of your stuff is enough. You know, put somebody's picture on the wall and start cussing them out. Stop! You leave me alone! Your reputation, ain't you? Ain't you? Either. True. So, Swami Vivekananda did his best. And so many other of the Eastern and some African mystics too that came here. You see. It's like that. Something else?
Yes.
So find out who you are. Yes, beloved.
Rashika,
Let's take this.
on the subject of love, how do we find the road to happiness with love itself?
How do you find the road to happiness? Yes. Well, you see, it depends on where you're looking for happiness. See, if you're looking for happiness in the world, a phenomena, you ain't never going to be happy. That will not happen. Are you with me? Because you're looking for happiness where happiness does not exist. That's inside. And you have to make some inside adjustments, right? So one of the biggest obstacle is that if you haven't dealt with your anger, your lust, your greed, your attachment, and your vanity, even when you go in and try to figure out how to get happiness, how to have happiness, you can't have no happiness. Are you with me? True? Because the quality of your mind is tainted. Your mind has not been purified. You can't see things clearly. Are you with me? See? So you're spending all this time and energy being angry, not understanding that happiness and anger cannot coexist by definition. It's like darkness and light. Are you with me? So, and you're unwilling to deal with purging that anger impulse from yourself. Right? That's just one part, right? Because you're so involved in that, you're not able to really enter into the purification process, what they call socha in the Pentecostal yoga system, right? Socha, cleaning up your mind. You see, cleaning up your mind. Then it's a lot of different parts to it. You can always give me a call. Because it's really kind of deep. Are you with me? But that inner purification must happen, right? You see. And here's the other thing. I just got through talking about the misidentifications and all of that. As long as you are misidentified with your true self, you cannot be happy. It's not possible. Right? Because your feelings, your emotions are based on your identification with the body, the truth, and so forth and so on. Can't help it. At all. Not only you won't be happy, you won't even be sane. You can't be sane in that state at all. It gets worse. I want to depress these people. So, I'll get my number. Anybody got a number, you can see them and get them. You may have it, in fact. I don't know. But in any case, holler at me, you see, because it's a serious inquiry that you're doing now, you see. This is called self-inquiry, right? You're trying to know thyself, this, you see. And the first stage of that process is setting your life in the palm of your hand and look at it and see what you're doing. Really see what you're up to. Socrates said, unexamined life is a life not even worth living. Because it just helps us. You just doing shit. And then you die. Time goes. So it's a real process. It's a real process required. So there's no quick answer. You know, it ain't like the therapy.
Yes.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
Psychotherapy ain't sadhana. It's psychotherapy, for God's sake. Are you with me? Just adjusts you to being crazy. That's all. I'm not against it, follow me. But that ain't it. Something else to say about it? You're most welcome. Anything else, beloved? Did that help at all?
Yes, yes, sir.
Well, I don't trust your man, that's that brother. Yes, beloved, stand.
Can you elaborate more about looking at your life in the palm of your hand?
Yeah, self-examination, you see, self-inquiry, victoria, you see. In fact, that is the way of what they call jhana yoga, the yoga of knowledge, right? But to really use that technique, your intellect has to be very, very sharp, has to get clean, what they call varika, right? Where you can actually have to see things as things really are. But in Buddhism, they call right view, right? You remember the Yangas in Buddhism, the first one is right view. You don't have right view, you can't even generate it. There is no right action for you. Because you don't have no right view. Are you with me? So this self-inquiry, right? This is the beginning of that process. See, so you have to examine it with what they call vavika. You see, vavik, right, is that level. Vavik is not intellect; it's intelligence. And you have to enjoy the distinction between the two. Intellect is just the ability to memorize and store information. That's all that is. You see, it's not right view. Right, you know, right view is the product of intelligence, right? So, Vavika then is that which helps you distinguish between that which is real and that which is not real. Because if you can't make that distinction, how you gonna go anywhere?
Yes, sir.
You see? Now look at so many things you thought by doing you will be happy and you were wrong. True? Things, Vavika is the ability to discern the distinction between what is true and what is not true.
Yes, sir.
Right? Gotta have that. You see? What's important is relative to what you're doing with your life and what is just pure bullshit and waste of time. Gotta be able to discern the distinction between that. Right? And so forth and so on, right? And so you have to look and see. You have to be disillusioned, right, with what you've been doing with your life. Because most of us live our entire life deluded. Because our entire life is the byproduct of doing what we like, doing and avoiding what we don't like, doing what I think is the truth. You follow what I'm saying? Which is also a part of your deluded state of mind, because you don't know what the truth is. You like that character that approached Jesus and said, what is the truth? You can't answer that. Because you don't know inquiry. You done assuming that what you think is the truth. It's an assumption. There's no basis for it. And then you look at your life, right? And you look at your concept of yourself, your ego concept, because you have a concept of who you think you are, right? Full of all kinds of virtues and spiritual quality, and no, we don't have to examine that, girl. Yeah. So you look and see, does your life verify your propaganda about yourself? Oh, I love everybody. You ain't love nobody. Follow what I'm saying? Right? I do all of this. No, all bullshit. You don't do none of it. Are you with me? I'm kind, I'm loving. No, you say, people should hear yourself talk when you come in. They'll run like hell. Like that bitch. Hey girl, how you doing? You understand what I'm saying? Gotta see all of this. Right? Takes courage. You see? Takes courage. You gotta examine your life and see the contradiction between how you are living and your propaganda. It's just talk. That's all. Aimed and purposed to arrogate to yourself qualities and virtues that in reality you don't possess, right? At all. For the mere sake of attracting others' interest and attention in you. That's all. It's just attract your ego concept of yourself. That other people, you know, like you let a trap and catch some, you know, call me a man. Oh, you know, I got some kids. Woo, woo. It's just a trap. You know, just a trap. Are you with me? Yes, sir. I'm not against all this. Don't misunderstand me, you see. But you have to understand, what do you want? Do you want something real? Or do you want something fabricated? It starts there. And you must, and this won't be a weekend. You see? You won't get it in terms of places just coming here. You won't get it, you know. It's a real commitment. It's a process. It's a sadhana. Sadhana is a kind of process. And that's it. But you have to decide. You have to choose. You can live your life on the basis of pure bullshit. Or you can make right use of your life. True? And that's an individual decision. That has to be by each one. It's just how it is. Just how it is. And it's not easy either. Not easy at all. Something else, beloved? So you get to number two because, see, I'm glossing stuff here, you know, and you all have come out and gone through all of the inconvenience of that. And I just don't like to gloss, you see. I really, because I don't know if we'll meet again. Nobody knows that, right? This may be the last time we get to talk here, right? So, I don't know. But it's a good question. It's a good question. See if your rhetoric lines up with your actions, what you're actually doing. See the contradiction. And not for the sake of depressing you, I'm suggesting this, no. You will change when you really see your condition that you're in. Right? It's like if you are going to come and sit in that empty road there, right? And I know that they just pissed there, right? And I said, oh, don't sit there, right? You see? It's to get your attention. Are you with me? So that you won't do that. It'll be a harm to you. Are you with me? That's all. It's never about mocking or anything like that. It's the pointing out. You see, especially in the Buddhist tradition and in many other traditions, I don't want to just credit Buddha with all of that. Cause long before there was Buddha, there was many other mystics. You understand what I'm saying? Buddha himself had to get it from others. You see, but in that tradition, we call these pointing out instructions. See, you point something out. You see, ooh, be careful! Don't you trip over that, girl. You pointing out something. So the teachings are pointers. They're pointing out something about your condition. Your conditions, you see. Right? And then, you know, their instructions are there pointing out things. But like if these great realizers, when they point something out to us in the form of giving us an instruction, you don't follow the instruction, you're going to trip. You know what I mean? Watch what you say. Oh, don't step, there's a big hole there. I don't see no hole. Well, okay, what can we? You see, then you're going to fall. Right? You're creating your own suffering because you're doing this. You know? Well, you keep doing this. But being pointed out, you're creating your own suffering. You are the cause of your suffering. You follow what I'm saying? You're doing that. Stop blaming other people. You're doing that shit. Are you with me? Yes, you're trying to see, it may even be related to something mundane, right? You're trying to become the CEO of United Healthcare somewhere, right? You ain't got no competence to become no damn CEO. You see? But you tried something that you don't even have the competence to become that. What is this? Are you with me? True? So all this energy that you are putting into trying to be something, you have no competence to succeed at, right? It just goes to waste. You're doing that. You see? You follow my idea? Yes, sir. Right? You're doing that. See? I want to live for 200 years. Come on here. Right? You follow what I'm saying? Yes, I want to be born, grow old, get sick. I want to avoid all this. I want to be in control of that. How you gonna be in control of that? You ain't in control of that. You ain't in control of your breathing, your hearing, nothing. You ain't did none of that at all. It got shit to do with what you want, right? This heart is not beating according to your will. Don't you know that? But you want to control that, so you become neurotic. That's how it goes. And you suffer your neurosis, anxiety, fear. That's suffering. You're creating that. You're doing that out of ignorance. And that's what they point that out. They point this out. They point that out. On an individual basis, because we all got our own stuff we up to. But see, it's something, as Kabir Saab said, it ain't no party at your auntie's house. Nobody here to pat you in the back and congratulate you for your mediocrity and stupidity. I mean, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. You won't get served. Right? You just won't get served. Right? And so whether you whatever you do, who you think you are, which is mostly your identification with this body, that's over. And that's just the first stage of death. You see, this thing is deep. There's 5 stages of death. This just dying in the body, that's just stage 1. You're going to die some more. You got 4 more deaths to go through. Even this thing here, right? When it's dead, right? Don't your fingernails grow, your beard grow? You ever see that body? You see, Roger Beer, where is he at? He's somewhere. But he'll tell you, he's a mortician and all of that, right? You done died and they get that body, you know, and they don't have to shave it. Because her hair doesn't grow some more. You see, right? 2. That's how it goes. I was telling this brother Roger Beer that when the body is dead, that's just the first stage of the death process, because you got 4 more levels of death, right? But then after stage 1 happens, which is the death of this body, because we got multiple bodies, are you with me? So, et cetera, right? It goes out slowly, because the beard will grow, right? Fingernails may grow, you see? So something is still going on. It's like that stored energy in the fan, you know, to put the switch off and the blades turn a little while, right? And that's why in certain other cultures, you know, they understand this here, right? They want to hurry and get stage 1 death over with, shit, go to the next business. That's why they cremate bodies. You burn it up. Because when you become disembodied, right? Because you see, you're more than just this body. But that more than just this body gets disembodied, right? It can become a ghost, right? Yeah. Or worse, it roams, just roams around trying to get in a good body like his. Trying to get you another body, shit. Right? So they cremate it. Just like that. Yes, but
Yeah, I had a question about that because there was this, social media takeover, but there's a viral video going around of these hosts. They call them hosts.
Oh.
And it sounds similar to what you're saying, these spirits that lash to people, and you will see people start becoming a different kind of person because this spirit is latching. Is that the same thing that you're speaking
well,
of?
those are what you call rakasas. Rakasas and asuras, right? And so these are beings, right, themselves who are disembodied, right, but evil, right? Now, but they're roaming for a host. The perfect host is a person that is always angry, always this and that, you see, whose mind is really polluted with anger, lust, greed, attachment, etc., and they invade it. You see? Just like mosquitoes, they'll latch on to you, suck your blood, you see? Well, that's what they thrive on, they live on that. You become a good host for one of those hungry ghosts. But there are those who are evil in that sense, right? They're still angry. So they'll get, you're a good host, you see? With a real bad temper and all that shit, you know what I mean? They get in you so that you can kill somebody for them. Because they can't kill nobody, they ain't got nobody, but they love killing. Yeah, like a drug, right? So they find a real angry person, get in there, and that person is the perfect host. You know what I mean? This is the way out. But those are called rakasas, you see, asuras, you know. Ancestors talked about all of that too. Voodoo, you see, they talk about it.
And jinns? Is it the same as a jinn?
Yeah, they ought to be the same thing. Because your mind is going to attract certain things, right? It's just like your persona that you have created of yourself, right? it will attract certain people to the persona. Right. They'll be like me. They'll be following. So like if I like to shoot dope and you like to shoot dope, we don't spend a lot of time together, right? You see? Just like that. You attract. If there's a lot of assholes coming in and out of your life, probably because you're an asshole. I mean, how else you gonna explain this? You know? It ain't like you violating no signs. That's how it is. So, it's like that. It's like that. And if you want more love in your life, okay, you got to become more loving. It's really that simple. Right? Okay. Tell you. So there's much more. Something else to say? You got a little bit more?
Yes,
Let me go ahead.
Rashek, beloved.
Well, check them out.
So, need to ask you this. What are the Brancala or just the typical householders who will exit this plane absent having ever had the experience of parenthood on any levels, like either through adoption, foster, or as a step-parent? And is it exceedingly difficult for them, like, to find that focal point, which to develop the capacity to have that love that you were speaking about initially?
Are you talking about a household, or are you talking about another?
Either, like, if you don't have the experience of parenthood.
Let me put it to you like this, beloved, quite simple. If you're an idiot in state of mind for all of your life, when your body dies, you don't become no genius. You continue to be an idiot. You see? That mind, that's part of the subtle body, will be the same. That's the whole point. Like all the desires you got in your mind right now, right? Y'all got any desires? Right? When this drops, you can't fulfill none of them. But the desires are still there at the next level of death. Are you with me? But you have no body. Right? It's like that, sort of like that. I don't know if I'm doing that.
Oh, no, it's beautiful.
Right? It's like that. But you don't be, if you're a fool, you don't become a wise man upon death. That ain't happening. You will have the experience that a fool will have after death. That's all. See, there's no spiritual bypassing here. You got to do the work while living.
Yes, sir.
You see, while living. If you don't do it while living, you ain't got nothing coming here. That's what distinguishes spirituality from religion. You see? This ain't religion. It's like that. Have you understood the karma and how all that works, beloved?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah, in particular, we were speaking about.
You were speaking about, when you was talking about how a mother has that love for a father, when we talking about when a person leaves this plane and they never have that experience, they don't have that to draw. Where do they go? What is their focal point?
They will go, and then who knows, but maybe they have. You don't know, in your previous lifetime, you have no access to it. It's all theoretical. You see my point? What if, little G, in your last lifetime, you had a wife and a family? Right? I know you had a wife called you like women. I could go deeper, but I won't continue. All right, there we go. Yes, who had a question back there? Somebody else had a question? Yes, beloved.
Rashika, Master. I want to say that appreciate your grace and your splendor and your wisdom today. Would you say, mentioning desire, would you say desire is the all root of all suffering?
Depends on what you desire. Say, for instance, the desire to end suffering. That's a good desire, though.
Yes, sir.
Right? So it depends on what you desire. You see? And there are those who are really tired of suffering. In fact, saints say that nobody bring this, gets serious about being happy until they suffer enough. Then, see, so suffering is a kind of grace. We call it the grace of suffering. Because suffering, you know, gets you straight. Are you with me? It disappears procrastination. Are you with me? You see? Right? And so forth and so on. You see? You can tell your daughter, you know, she got that toothache and all of that, and you tell her you got to go to dentist here, and you got to get some surgery. You see, it's called root canal. I don't want to go in there, it hurts. You know, all right, just wait a few more days. That's over hit a point. Daddy, let's go. Suffering is a form of grace, but nobody gets serious on a spiritual path until they suffer enough. The grace of suffering, then you get serious. Right? Right? The universe makes you serious. Isn't it? Sort of like that. Sort of. So there are desires, and then that takes you away from the path, and then desires that puts you further down the path. So it's like that. Sort of that. All right, you rascals have been worn out here. So, that's a total mindset.
your love no better. I wonder why. Let's start loving. Oh, do what we gotta do. It's got to be